All right, here we go. Welcome to Coffee with Markus. Today's May 4th, and it is day 50 of these crazy markets. Hope that you had a great weekend. And the question is, why are stocks down again? They were down on Thursday, they were down on Friday, and they were down for most of the day. So why? What is happening, and what is happening going into the close? Can stocks turn positive going to the close? We will take a look at this. Also, this weekend, there was Warren Buffett, who made a few statements, and one of the statements that he said there's nothing attractive to do for him right now. So is this true for us? What do I see right now? I'm going to show you. Also today, we're continuing our discussion that we had on Friday. The last Coffee with Markus about managing losing trades. We talked about a Hertz trade. I want to show you what I did today with this particular trade, and then I have a very important scammer alert for you. Anyhow, let's get started. Before we get started, if you can hear me just fine, give me a thumbs up really quick so that I know that audio and video is good. See that the team says we are good to go. All right, let's get started. Let's actually jump right on the charts and see what is happening here today. So here we see the Dow Jones, and you see last week already I drew this support and resistance line, and we are right dead smack in between. But here is what was really happening today. I'm going to switch to a 5-minute chart so that you see what is happening. This is where we opened this morning. So this morning we opened in the red, so we opened below Friday's closing and then quickly dropped down. We just disappear for a moment so that you see it right here. So we dropped, and then we were basically hovering in the negative for most of the day. Right now, we have a rally going into the close, and just right now, a second ago, the Dow and the S&P as well as the Nasdaq turned positive. So why? What is happening? What is going on here? Well, so it seems that the economy is reopening again. More and more states are reopening. People are starting to get out again, but very hesitantly. But hey, so it seems that we're doing good on this front. In terms of new coronavirus cases, I mean, we are still at a pretty high level here in the United States. I mean, I looked at it earlier. Every day we have another 25,000 cases. Let me just see here. 25 to 30,000 cases that are being added. So we're definitely not out of the woods just yet. But hey, it starts to look better. And now the reason why the Dow is down here is that I believe last week a representative of the White House and now also Trump said, we will hold China accountable. For what? Well, supposedly there is evidence that this virus originated somewhere in the lab of China. I don't know if this is true. You see, as a trader, we trade what we see, not what we think, right? But this is weighing heavy on the markets right now, where the markets say, do we have another trade war with China going on? Really? After we are just kickstarting the economy, is this really necessary? And this is why stocks were down on Thursday, on Friday, and also for most of the day today. But as we can see, it turns positive right now, so it seems that positive news, hope and optimism is overshadowing what is happening here. Now, before we move on to some specific stocks that have been moving the markets today, no, I did not forget. Today is May 4th. What does it mean? Well, May the 4th be with you. Some of the Star Wars fans know that this is a special day. Anyhow, just wanted to quickly bring this up here. Good. So some of the airlines that moved, some of the stocks that moved today were definitely the airlines. American Airlines down 8%. This morning they were down as much as 13%. Delta Airlines down 6%. United Airlines down 4%. Why? What is happening here? Why were the airlines down so much? Well, basically because Warren Buffett, again, the Oracle of Omaha, said, well, I don't like the airlines. And for long-term hold, that's probably not what he's looking for. Now, I am currently in an airline trade that I'm going to show you in just a moment. All right. So I see that so far we are good to go. What else? Oh, before we continue, here's something super important that I want to show you right now. So, scammer alert. Here is what is happening. Somebody is pretending to be me, and he might be hitting you up on Facebook. Let me show you exactly what is happening right now. Somebody not me, not my team, created a profile that looks exactly like my profile, but it is not. And then he's striking a conversation with you on Facebook Messenger. So he says, hey, how are you doing? And so it's a very personal conversation, as you can see. And then he says, you know what? I have an exciting new service where I am trading an account for you. And this is where he says, do you have WhatsApp? Again, this is not me. This is a scammer. So here's what happened. He's getting your WhatsApp number, and then he's continuing the conversation on WhatsApp. So on WhatsApp, might be a little bit blurry here, but this is where it says, hey, I've had a past email. I had emails in the past from people asking me to manage funds on their behalf. No, it is true. People ask me all the time, do you trade money? Can you manage my money? I don't. I do not manage money. I don't want to have your login. I will not manage money for you. I will be happy to show you what I personally do, and then you can do it in your account, but I'm not managing money. Anyhow, so this is where he says, hey, speaking after a number with brokers, I now offer managed trades. So what is happening here is that this person who is pretending to be me is trying to sign you an trying to get you to sign an agreement where he is having you wire money into a bank account. Now, as you can see, we have all of this on file. So identity theft, and this is identity theft and pretending to be me, is a federal offense. So we have involved the FBI. The good news is that this person was dumb enough to really provide a US account number. And as you know, in the United States, you cannot open an account without proper identification. So it is just a matter of time, probably a few days, before the FBI and local law enforcement will catch the guy. But in the meantime, right now, he or she is super active. And so if you see anything like this, that somebody is striking up a conversation on Facebook with you, asking you, how are you doing? Would you like me to manage your funds? That is the scammer. So please get as much information as you can and then contact us so that we can give it to the FBI and other law enforcement authorities so that we can catch this guy as quickly as possible. So anyhow, I know it's annoying and it looks like me, and trust me, it is not me. I would never ask you to manage money. All right, so sorry about this. I just thought that I will let you know of what is happening, what is going on here, so that you know and that you are prepared. And if this scammer contacted you, again, please send us all the screenshots, whatever you can, to support@rockwelltrading.com. It'll make our life easier of catching this guy and cooperating here with federal and local law enforcement. All right. Yes. Good. So let's talk about a few things. There are some questions regarding airlines. And somebody says, I'm sure that he is watching right now. Well, dear scammer, if you're watching right now, please be advised that we have opened a case with the FBI. We have forwarded them all the evidence. Yes, we do have your agreement. Yes, we do have the bank account number and the what is it called? The routing number. And yes, we know way more than you want us to know. So it's happening. Okay. All right. Anyhow, so let us talk for a moment about the Hertz trade. Now, this is, I want to actually switch to this camera because I want to continue what I started on Friday. On Friday, I talked about a trade that for me right now is in trouble. And I want to show you. On Friday, I told you my plan of what I'm planning to do. And I promised to keep you posted. So right now, I'm just quickly going to prepare a couple of things in the background. Good. So that I can show you exactly what I did. And then we continue our discussion. Are you interested in this at all? I mean, if not, we can talk about something else. Let me just make sure. Let me know right now. Give me a thumbs up or type in a quick yes if you're interested in learning what I did today to manage this losing trade. And then I'll show you. Otherwise, we can talk about something else. You decide. I mean, this here is the show for you. We're just having coffee together. I enjoy having our time together. And I want to make sure that this is also very beneficial for you. All right. See a bunch of thumbs up and a bunch of yeses. So let's get started. All right. So in this video, I want to talk about what to do when a trade goes against you. This is the second part. Already in the previous video, I talked about a trade that went against me. I talked about the plan. And right now, I want to show you exactly what I did today, which is the next trading day, in order to hopefully rescue this trade. So let's get started. First of all, let me briefly recap about the trade. I sold puts on Hertz. And the idea here was, let me just remove this really quick. The idea was that Hertz stays above $3.50. If Hertz would stay above $3.50 until May 15th, I would collect $875 in premium. Now, since this is only a few days away, it would be a little bit more than $100 a day. And this is what I'm looking for. This is my goal with this account that I use here for trading put options. Now, I want to show you exactly, I entered this trade on this day, right here, where you see this huge bar down. Now, here's what happened. I entered this trade shortly before it went all the way down. So when I entered the trade, everything looked great. But then 10 minutes later, all hell broke loose. 10 minutes later, there were rumors of bankruptcy, that Hertz might go bankrupt. And right now, as you can see, right now, Hertz is trading at $3.59, right at my strike price. Now, if Hertz closes below $3.50, I'll lose money. So in the previous video, and I'm going to link to the previous video in the description, this is where I told you exactly my plan and what I'm going to do. And now I'll show you what I did here today. So I want to jump right into my trading account. And I want to also show you on my handy dandy notepad of what's happening. First of all, here is where you see my trades. I am in an American Airlines trade right now, going against me, but really not a big deal. We talk about this Hertz trade here. MYOK, this trade is still going okay. SPCE, this trade is doing really well. And now you see a second Hertz trade. So what is this? What happened? And what did I do? Now, let me jump onto my handy dandy notepad and show you part 2 of managing a losing trade. So here's what happened. First, I sold the $350 put on Hertz, and I sold it at 35 cents. I sold 25 contracts, and by doing so, let me just quickly see. Yep, I made, this is where I collected $875 in premium. And the idea was, as long as Hertz stays above the 350, I would be good and I can keep the whole $875. However, here is what happened today. Number 2, as you know, Hertz dropped. So today I decided to buy it back. So today I bought the 350 put. I'm going to show it to you on my account in just a moment, because I want you to learn how to manage losing trades, so that you see how I think, and I hope that helps you in managing losing trades, because losses are happening. So I bought it at $1.30. So since I had 25 of these, let me just quickly calculate how much did I lose on these. So 25 times $1.30. So this is 3,000. So this was a loss of 3,250. Now, keep in mind, earlier I already received the premium of $875. So this is 3,250 minus $875. So this means that today I would sit at a loss of $2,375. That's not nice. I mean, come on. I do not want to sit on a loss of $2,375. Now, admit it, it's not a big deal. This account that I'm trading here has $35,000 in it. So, I mean, this is not really a big deal. However, I want to show you exactly what I did instead to hopefully salvage the trade. So here is the next step. Step number 3. Today, I sold the $2 put. I sold the $2 put, and I sold it at, let me just see, at 60 cents. At 60 cents. And I traded 55 contracts. So today, I received a premium, let me just quickly see, $60 times 55 contracts. See, I received a premium of $3,300. So here is what's happening right now. As long as Hertz stays above $2, I will now keep the whole premium of $3,300. Let me show you exactly on the chart what this looks like. So I'm switching over to the chart. I'm removing this really quick. And so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So I lowered my threshold where I said, Hertz should not go below 350. Now I got rid of this and I moved it down to $2. Okay. So by doing so, temporarily today, I had a loss of, let me just write it down. Okay. So I had a loss of, what did I say? $2,375. But if Hertz stays above $2 until May 15, I will keep $3,300 from the 2 put I sold. So this means that yes, I did lose some money, but I'm trying to keep the 3,300. So overall, my profit will be around $1,000. You get the idea, right? On this trade. And this should be around. Good. All right. Let me put this out here so that you see exactly of what happened and what I did. So, and this is where right now, if we are switching back to the account, you will see I closed out this trade and you see the realized loss is $2,400. Now, why is it $2,400? Didn't I just say it is $2,375? Yes, the broker is rounding it. But you see, this is what happened right now. And at the same time, you see right here, I sold 55 of the 2 put. And right now, I received $3,300 in premium. So, as long as Hertz stays above the 2, I'm fine. So, here is the important thing. Why did I do this? So there are 2 main reasons why I did it. Reason number 1, I still believe that even though they're talking about bankruptcy in Hertz, that Hertz will have a quick pop. When they do, this trade will be fine. And I also lowered my break even from $3.50 to $2, right? And I sold enough contracts so that I am able to cover the loss that I realized today and possibly even turn this into a gain. It seems that possibly even turn this into a larger gain that I originally anticipated, because originally I thought I would only make $875 on this trade. Right now, it seems that I can make over $1,000 on the trade. And all that Hertz needs to do is stay above $2 before and on May 15th. Is this making sense? I know that we went really fast, and let me just know if this is helpful at all, because if it is, give me a quick thumbs up or type in yes in the comments. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll be happy to answer these questions. Also, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos like this, there's probably a few videos popping up on the screen right now. Just click on any of these that make the most sense to you and I'll see you in the next video. All right. Well, you already know the drill. I just thought it would be a good segment for Asia to edit out so that I can give it to you so that you can follow along and see what I did and why I did it. See, I lowered my risk from $3.50 right now down to $2. So I know that on Friday I said I'd probably not do anything, but today I saw that there's a lot of premium in $2. Let me actually show you, since you're here live, I can show you what's happening live. I'm going to bring up the option trader and you see like, whoa, there's a lot of premium in there. So here's the $3.50 and look at this. Here's the $2. And I saw that today there was a lot of volume, 14,800 traded. So there's still a lot of open interest here. So anyhow, there was a lot of premium in there. And this is why I decided to swap it out, to realize the loss. Yes, losses are part of the business, but to re-enter this trade and therefore in this trade. So I still consider this being one trade because it's the same underlying idea. So the idea here is to hopefully still make the original premium, in fact, a little bit more than originally thought. This makes sense? Okay, so let's see. There are a few questions and want to see. Markus is asking, at what price did you get out? I'll bring it up here right now. Let me just see. Well, I can answer. There we go. So let me just bring it up here so that you see exactly. I'm going to switch back to my trading platform. And I want to close this. I got filled right here at $1.30. At $1.30, let's see where it is trading at right now. Yeah, right now it's trading at $1.25 over $1.30. I'm pretty sure that if you wanted to get out of this trade right now, that you could get out of this trade at $1.30. And the other one, I got filled at 60 cents. So I got out of this one and then adjusted the number of contracts accordingly so that I will still make money on this trade. Okay, good question. Let me come back here and see if there's any other question that I can answer for you. Ashraf is asking, shall I sell Hertz now? What do you mean? The stock, the option? If so, what option do you have? Not quite sure if I missed that earlier. So Wayne is asking, do you think Hertz is in danger of bankruptcy? If not, doesn't it make sense to buy the stock right now? It is a little bit risky. So here's the deal. Yes, there is bankruptcy talks about Hertz. Here's the important thing. You need to understand when companies are talking about bankruptcy, they're talking about bankruptcy protection under Chapter 11 of the bankruptcy law. So there's a huge difference between filing for bankruptcy and filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Here's the difference. When you are filing for bankruptcy protection, it means that right now your creditors cannot come to you and take all the assets. So in Hertz situation, they missed a payment. And this means that the lenders and creditors right now could actually come to Hertz and take cars away from them. And of course, this would be devastating. So when you are filing for under Chapter 11, you have some time to restructure and come to an agreement with these lenders. And Hertz is already talking to the creditors and lenders, and hopefully they have a deadline until today, but it's midnight today, and the exchange closed here in 5 minutes. So for the stock, the deadline is in 5 minutes. For Hertz, it is at midnight tonight. So can they come to an agreement or not? I don't know. If they do, I expect a quick bounce. Here's what I think. And I think, right, we need to trade what we see, not what we think. But I think that the danger of bankruptcy is already factored into the current price. I believe that right now, any good news, any rumors can only drive the price up. Now, what could be rumors? You might have heard that Carl Icahn is, for example, he is one of the major investors in Hertz. So he might decide to infuse a few more billion dollars. I mean, what's a few $billion for him? Maybe. So if these rumors come through, then, or if there are even rumors about this, then the stock will pop up. Or Hertz can come to an agreement with the lenders today. And they might say tomorrow, yeah, we came to an agreement and here's what's going to happen. Or maybe another car buying company, another car leasing company is swooping in, like Avis or any of the others. Or maybe one of the used car dealers are interested in Hertz inventory. For example, Carvana, or what is the other one? CarMax, right? They might say, oh, you know what? We can get cars at a 20 or 30% discount. So, Wayne, to answer your question, there's a lot of possibilities. Now, I do not usually like to trade stocks that have the possibility of a bankruptcy. Here's what happened. I entered the trade. 10 minutes later, these rumors about bankruptcy broke. So I got caught. I got caught in a trade that I don't want to be in, and this is how I'm salvaging it right now. Would I enter the trade right now? Probably not, because there's too much uncertainty. I am flying a rescue mission here. And I'm flying a rescue mission in such a manner that I'm bringing all the people back that are right now behind the lines, if this is making sense at all, right? So nobody left behind, and I still want to make a profit on this trade. So that's the idea here. GeoTim is asking, what is the difference between selling a put and shorting a put? There's none. That is the same. Selling a put and shorting a put is the same. Okay. So, Alex says, that hurts. We don't know yet. I mean, it ain't over. It ain't over. We shall see, right? So I answered Mark's question here. Let's go through some other questions here. Rob says, makes sense to you. Okay, I'm glad. So good to see you here, Rob. Yes, it was at 1:30. I got out of there, and you should be able to go out there. Benito is asking, great question. Isn't that doubling down? It would only be doubling down if I did this in addition to the original trade. So if I still had the 350 and I bought the 2. But this is, we call it rolling. Okay, we're rolling. I'm rolling from one strike price into another one. And if the underlying keeps down below $2, it is still a loss. Yes, but think about it this way. If it would really, really go to zero, I would lose $11,000 because I have 55. I would have to buy 55 times 100 shares at $2? So that is the absolute maximum loss. And again, I don't think I've never seen a stock to go to zero within a matter of days. When they file for Chapter 11 under the bankruptcy protection, this is when they have a few more days, probably a few weeks to restructure. And usually I see a pop there. Okay. So Marina, what about earnings on Hertz and SPCE? Hertz, I don't think that right now anybody cares about earnings. They were supposed to report today. They pushed it back and I said, yeah, we gotta do this next week because right now they have completely different problems, right, that they focus on right now. SPCE is reporting earnings tomorrow after the bell. So I am still in the SPCE trade. And the idea here is to get out of this before earnings are being announced. But let me just show you quickly here the SPCE trade. With SPCE, we're so close to my maximum profit target. See the 15 cents? That's me. I am bidding 15 cents right now. That is my profit target. So I'm pretty sure that tomorrow morning when the market's opened, I might get out of it because that is where I wanted to take profits all along. I placed this pretty much the day after I got in. So I'll be fine. Otherwise, I mean, if I have to go out at 16 cents or 17 cents, all right, instead of making $1,000, I'm making $950. I'm fine with that. So, but great question. Yes, I want to keep an eye on earnings. Hertz, I believe that they will delay reporting earnings for quite a while until they have a plan for restructuring an SPC I'm planning to get out of tomorrow. Okay. Denise, you're chasing likes. Yes, because the more likes, the more YouTube is showing this video to complete strangers. And if you like this video and you think that others should see it as well, either give me a like or just share this video if you want to do that. You can, of course, share the video, but yeah, I'm chasing likes because it also shows me if you like these videos. Because if you don't like these videos, we do something else, right? We don't have to meet here in the afternoon. But it seems that most of you enjoy hanging out with me because I love hanging out with you, having a coffee with you, and spending like, I don't know, 45 minutes together in the afternoon. It's really, really good. Okay, and Edward, I did it because it wasn't expired yet. Yes, I was able to do it because I still have some time. I still have 11 days. So, great question. Okay, so how do you lower the risk when you have already placed it? Well, again, this were earlier it was at 350. I sold this one, so I bought it back. I closed this trade, and then I opened a new one at a lower price. Okay, so I closed this one, and then I opened this one. So obviously, I cannot change the strike price, but this is, again, what we call rolling, where you roll from one into another by closing the trade that is in trouble and going into another one that is not in trouble yet. It could be in trouble, and if it does, we'll see. There's still a one strike price, so we could do the same again with a one strike price. Now, very, very important, very important. I can only do this because the stock is so close to zero. The stock cannot go lower than zero, obviously. You cannot, you should not do these things. I don't do these things with a stock that is at $100, rolling down to $90, rolling down to $80. I don't like to do this. Here it makes sense because at some point the stock cannot go lower. The only way to go is up, right? And that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so Mark is asking, if it falls below 2 but closes above on May 15th, do I still win? Yes, yes I do. So this is what happened actually. Great question, by the way. Great question. Let me just show you on the screen here really quick. This is what happened. I'm going to mark here the 350. So you'll see the 350 is right here. So as you can see, while I still had the 350 price, it did it on April 24th, last week, a week ago. And it did it also on Friday, and it did it today. But as long, it can dip below it as long as it is up again. And then at some point being here, hopefully above on during expiration will be fine. Okay, I'm going to remove this one here again. But great question. Yes, so Mark, you got it. It doesn't have to be there the whole time. It can dip below there. Monica is asking, is there a library of all your coffee with Markus? In fact, there is. Let me show you. Oh, just told me that the stream quality has been lowered here. Don't know why. So I want to show you, if you go to youtube.com, I'm going over here, and if you look for Coffee with Markus, I believe that we have a playlist here. So I do believe that we have a playlist. If not, just go to the channel Markus Heitkoetter, and there's probably a playlist that says the Markus Heitkoetter live show somewhere. Here it is, Coffee with Markus. See, all of the Coffee with Markus are there. So we have a whole library. So you can take a look at this. There's Trading for Beginners, Motivational, and if you only want to catch the live show, here's only the live show. So, yep, we are good to go there. Okay, Monica, hope that helps. This is how you find it. Okay, so Victor is asking, that is a great question. Is it okay to add more money in contracts to an existing trade when selling puts? I don't like to do it. It is possible, of course, right? And if this is your strategy that you first, so let's say that you want to overall establish a position of 100 contracts. And you say, okay, I first get in with 25, and then I'm adding another 50, and then I'm adding another 25. If this is your strategy, Victor, of course. You see, for me, it's easier to do an all-in. So here, it is all in and all out, because otherwise I get confused. If I do this staggering in, it gets confusing as hell for me. So it is possible. I would not add to a losing position. I don't do that. If I have a loss, I have a loss. I try to save it as I did here, but you see, I wasn't adding to it. I was replacing it. It's so important that you understand the difference. I was replacing it, rolling. Okay, good question. Steven is asking, is this trade now becoming more of what you think instead of what you see? Well, great question. Great question. Let's go back to this. Absolutely. So at first I saw that Hertz had some strong support at 350. Okay, so and this is where I thought, it still has support at 350, and I am getting in trouble. So where's the support where I don't get in trouble? So I hope that you noticed it. What I'm doing here is super analytical. So you see, there's a method to the madness. I mean, trade what I think instead of what I see is where I say, you know what, I think somebody will swoop in. I think Hertz will go up to 10 without rhyme or reason. Here, I think the main difference is that I can show you the math. And this is one of the things that I've learned. Money equals math. When you have the math down, and you see it's not complicated math. It's just multiplying a few things, adding a few things, subtracting a few things. Anything that you can do with your iPhone. I don't have a complicated calculator. All I have is an iPhone to make these calculations. But you see, yes, it's a great question. And no, I still believe I trade what I see based on the numbers, and the numbers do make sense to me. Okay. So Donna is saying, I bought Hertz 2 with a 350 and took another position. Did not close the first one. Okay, Donna, so you said, why did you take the first one? Do you suggest closing it out? Because otherwise you're adding up. You're adding to a losing position. And this could actually increase your loss. So again, it depends on your strategy. For me, I did not want to add to a losing position. I wanted to swap it out. This is what the Flower Angel said. I lowered it from 350 to 250, right? By rolling it out, by closing one and establishing a new one. But great. So Donna, it's up to you. I mean, right now you're in with twice the big of position, probably. And I don't know if this is what you want. I don't know if you want to risk twice as much on this trade as you originally were planning. So I would not try to get greedy. I know that there's a concept called dollar cost averaging. I don't believe in it because usually it only gets worse. Anyhow, hope that helps. Okay. So Johnny says, thank you so much for showing us how to roll a put. Yep. Okay, good. I hope that helps. Glad. Vivette just said, got out at $1.28. Good for you. 2 cents better. Very important. Don't be a dick for a tick, right? I mean, don't really try to squeeze the last penny out of there. And I'm glad that you're out of this one. I don't know if you rolled it. If you rolled it, great. I think we'll be fine, right? Based on what I see, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, we'll take care of the scammer, Alvaro. Thanks. Okay. Why did I pick Hertz in the first place? Before there were bankruptcy talks, it looked like an attractive stock to me based on my criteria. So I have a 15-point checklist how I pick stocks and the strike prices when I'm selling puts. And it met all of the criteria of the checklist. I must honestly say at 1, is there a risk of bankruptcy and do I want to own it long term? It was like, not really. And I violated that rule and I shouldn't have. There was a reason why I did it at the time when I did it. And it was a stupid reason. I can tell you the reason if you're interested in it. So the reason was very simple. I did a trading class. So there were 100 people watching. And it was the second day where there was really nothing to trade. And I believe I forced the trade. And this is why I usually only do live trades with my mastermind. Because my mastermind members, you know that I usually don't force a trade. But here it was a 2-day class and we were on day 2. And I believe that I forced it. And now I have to fly a rescue mission. And I'm not liking it. I mean, I can fly a rescue mission, but I don't want to do. Anyhow. Good. Olaf says, let's see, I'm very close to buying your software. However, before I make the purchase, you advised one should attend your boot camp. Olaf, here's what I really want you to do. I would like you to talk to Paul. Paul is a student who has purchased the software almost 2 years ago. He has been purchasing the software. I don't think that he had any trading experience before that. And at some point he decided to become a mastermind. And I asked Paul if he can show others like you what the software does and also talk to you, Olaf, if it makes sense for you. It might make sense for you or not. So I do believe if you talk to Paul, it would be the best thing to do. And in order to do this, go to mytradingroutine.com. If somebody could put the link in the comment, mytradingroutine.com. There's a quick video where I summarize what we are doing in the boot camp. I'm summarizing it in probably 35 minutes. So instead of 3 hours, it's 35 minutes. Take a look at this. It's on mytradingroutine.com. I put the video up there. And if you like what you hear, right underneath is a button where you can schedule a demo with Paul. So Paul will jump with you on a Zoom call to show you and talk to you. And then at the end of the call, you can make a decision whether this is for you or not, right? So trust me, Paul is a pilot and an airline engineer. No, aeronautic engineer. He is not a salesperson. So don't worry that somebody is trying to shove something down your throat. He really shares his experience. He will show you the software. And then at the end, you decide whether it's for you or not. That's your decision. Okay, making sense? Okay, good. Great question. All right, so let's see. Chin is asking, where do I buy your coffee cup? You know what? We need to make this active. We do have a store. Let me quickly show it to you. We do have it on our website. I'm bringing it up. So there's quite a lot of things. You cannot buy the black shirts yet, but you can buy polo shirts. Let me share my desktop with you. So it's rockwelltrading.com, and you see you cannot navigate to it from anywhere on the page. I don't know why. We need to change this. So it's rockwelltrading.com/store. So when you go to rockwelltrading.com/store, this is where you see we have some accessories. We have some clothing. We have some cool polo shirts if you like it, and a really, really cool hoodie. And we also have the mugs. And then we do have them left-handed and right-handed. Okay, because somebody told me, hey, I would like you to offer a left-handed one. Sure enough, we have that there. So the price is $9. Trust me, I'm not making a single cent on it. That is the price that our vendors charge. I mean, I'm just really shipping it to you at cost. I mean, these are our costs, and I believe, depending on where you are, there's a few dollars shipping on top of it, and this is where you can get it. But hey, you know what, Tin? Since you asked so nicely, let's see. Tin, do me a favor. Email your address to Nicole@rockwelltrading.com. Nicole, Nicole@rockwelltrading.com. Only you, Tin, because you asked so nicely, and she will send you one for free. How's that? On me. Okay, so we'll send you a mug, and for everybody else, if you want one, it's $9 plus a few dollars of shipping. And again, so you can get it. Good. Stephanie is asking, thoughts on Warren Buffett and unloading all of his airline stock? I think Warren Buffett is an investor, a super long-term investor. He has an outlook for 50 years. I am surprised that he doesn't like airline stocks. I believe it could be that airlines are staying as low as they are for quite a while, and he's looking for something that is going to pop. And according to his criteria, and you see everybody has different criteria. According to my criteria, I believe that over the next few days, American Airlines can pop. But Warren Buffett wants to see that American Airlines is going back to, I don't know, $40, $50, $60, $80, right? I mean, this is his outlook. So there's a huge difference between a long-term investor and traders like us. Traders like us look for short-term swing moves, right? For the next 5 to 20 days. That's what I like to do. And Warren Buffett doesn't look at anything that he can't hold for at least 20 years. So that's the main difference here. All right, USA is asking about Zoom. Is it good to buy a call? I don't know. Zoom is the company that was flying high. Let's actually take a look at the chart here really quick. So Zoom, everybody loved Zoom because suddenly we had to stay at home and do a bunch of teleconferencing. And you see this is where Zoom was flying high. Then it was crashing down because they had some security problems. They were growing too quickly. You know that Zoom meetings could be hacked. Probably not a big deal when you're just meeting with your friends and make some music together or whatever it could be. But if you have an internal meeting, company meeting, it's a problem. Then they said, okay, we fixed it, and they went up again. And right now, Facebook and Google offered solutions for free. Facebook is offering a a Meet solution for free, and Google, it's really called Google Meet. They're offering it for free. So right now they have a lot of competition. They didn't have competition before, but now they do. So, I mean, this would be a gamble. I think that they cannot take on Facebook. I don't think that they can take on Google. They might actually be bought by Facebook or Google. No idea, right? I mean, this is where I think, and I trade what I see, and I see that they could be in trouble. Anyhow, great questions. So, I'm just asking, how's MYOK doing? Just hanging in there. Nothing spectacular. Let's take a look at the account. MYOK today down $69. So not a big deal, right? So MYOK. Let's also take a look at this at the charts here in just a moment. So here's what we are betting on for MYOK. I believe that MYOK will stay above $25 by May 15th. Right now they're trading at $59. So far, so good, right? They didn't make more money right now for us yet because they had the big drop on Friday. And right now they're pretty much back to kind of break even. And now every day that is ticking by, time decay will kick in and help us out here. Anyhow, good question. So this is what happened on our MYOK trade. All right, so let's see. Geoffrey, last question here, because I know that we are getting a little bit over time. Regarding the 350 call you have bought to hedge. No. Geoffrey, super important. I did not buy a call. I bought back the put. Earlier, I sold the put. And now I bought it back. I closed the trade. I did not buy a call. Very important. Okay? So, because, yeah, you're right. The time value and theta is not the same, blah, 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 blah. Yes, very important. I closed out the trade. I sold it earlier, and now I bought it back. But I bought back the put. Anyhow. All right. Well, was this helpful today? I know that we went a little bit over time. Like to keep it to 45 minutes because this way we can have a coffee together without getting it too cold. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure that you like it and feel free to share this video with anybody who might find this helpful. So I always appreciate when you're sharing the videos, and always appreciate your comments. If there's a comment that I missed, leave it underneath the video. I'm looking at all of the comments. Christy and I do it together. Sometimes it's easy questions Christy can answer. The more difficult questions she's assigning to me, and I'll answer them. I'll do this every day because I love being here on YouTube, love hanging out with you. Really appreciate you watching this video. And as you see, this channel has gained a lot of traction, and this is thanks to you, and I really appreciate it. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on YouTube, 3:30 Eastern time, 30 minutes before the close. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and maybe stay at home for a few more days. I think it's a smart thing to do. Take care.